Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this next installment of the Northwest Chamber of Commerce member interview studio session. Today, joining us is the lovely Teni from Women of Valor. She is one of our newest members of the Chamber, and she does a whole lot of good, and we can't wait to get working with her. Hi, Teni. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Emily. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
It's been a real pleasure working with you so far, and I'm excited to learn a little bit more about you personally today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So we will get started with the first question.
Okay.
What was it that first got you into the world of nonprofit work?
Excellent. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you guys and the involvement of the chambers. I would say passion and love for the people and the heart to give back. I've always been people-centered, and I believe we were created for more. So I just realized this is what I'm framed to do. I've had a different career path, but none has actually given me so much joy than I feel at this present time in my life. So I realized that I think this is what I'm carved for. And so I just don't call a person as an extra number around me. I feel you're around me to, do something great. So I just think we're all made for more. So that interconnectedness, it's what, delights my heart.
It's really exciting. It's good work to do, and it definitely
Yes.
makes you feel good about it too.
Yes.
So what is it that you love most about what you do?
That's good. It just fuels my passion. That's truly it. It fuels my passion. I can find a gap to fill. It gives me the capacity to help develop the right attitude among people. I'm able to, understand where people are, where they need to be, and where we're all evolving into. So I'm just that one very person that understands that we are all made for more. So the fact that you can help me and I can help you and we can all get to where I believe God has planted us to be.
It's really important. We all do need each other, and it just makes things a lot easier too. You feel good about it. We can all help each other, and it's a feeling of fulfillment, which is nice.
Yes, and you can never take that for granted because
Right.
I was saying to someone a couple of weeks back, I said I haven't been this happy all my life because I realized that this is what I'm framed for and this is what I should be doing. So it gives me good joy to understand that someone out there is happy.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what has been a favorite moment during your career?
That's a good one. I tend to, enjoy every moment because I signed up for this. So I feel to impact is a blessing by itself and to bear one another's burden. So I tend to enjoy the moment because I've tried, the other, river and I see how it feels. So for every moment, I'm privileged, to impact people's life, to touch people's life, to join my team, to just be a blessing out there. It just gives me joy. So I see it as a privilege because it could be someone other person out there, but for me, it's a privilege to just, be a part of someone's life and just to, help them get better, grow, and just, help people.
Yeah. Well, that's great. And I'm sure that's always evolving as well.
Yes, it is.
How about any interesting experience while getting to where you are today? Is there anything that's really been eye-opening or anything like that during your journey?
Yes, I mean, I'll say that to, cap this, I think every day is eye-opening to me. We were just building our calendar for 2021, and I realized that, I mean, those very little things we all take for granted, that's someone's prayer out there. So I realized that a lot of things are out there that you and I probably don't know about, and people are either suffering or people are out there without people, showing them the true, source of joy and of love. So it's eye-opening to me to understand that things like this do exist. So either the experience is negative or is positive for me. I just truly measure what matters. I see it as a privilege. I make good use of the time, and I see it as an opportunity for me to be a blessing, You understand? So I just keep moving because some experiences for nonprofit organizations are not so fun, especially when you're trying to give back and people are a bit resistant. And some people will just take you wholeheartedly because they understand they've been waiting for someone to just give them a warm hug, connect them with the resources that are available within the environment. And so for me, the positive, the negative ones, I believe it's all, taking us to where we want to be as a company.
Right. Well, that's great. That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with you having such an uplifting job, and I know you always have great things to say. I love when we talk. Are there any favorite words in your vocabulary that you love to live or work by?
You just mentioned it. I would say love, because I think that's what we're all created for, just to love one another and just to, refill each other with the kind of true love God, showed to us first.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
great. Do everything you do with love. It makes a
Absolutely,
difference.
because if you're in the nonprofit, organizations, if you don't start with love, you get tired, and if you don't stay with love, you will get, dried up. Because a lot of things are out there, and passion can take you further, but love keeps you out there. So for me, I just realized that when I'm out there, the only thing that sustains my steps is just love. So it's kind of gives me steady hands to want to do more for the people.
That's wonderful. It's a
Mhm.
good way to live. And how about a sound or a noise? So I know you have a lovely office there. Is there any kind of noise that is great to work to or that relaxes you?
So if I'm not, doing what I love best to do, I listen to music. That's my therapy, or I'm actually painting. So for me, something instrumental, something that can just, lift my spirit to, because you get to some situations and you feel, oh my God, I've actually taken some very good things for granted. So I just come back here, just listen to something that can lift my spirit up.
Yeah, that's great.
Mhm.
So now for some other hard-hitting questions. Is
Sure.
there a profession other than what you're doing now, which I know you love, that you
Mhm.
would have liked to attempt at some point in your career?
Honestly, I've tried a couple of things. And not just because I want to keep trying, but because, you left school, you left college, and, you're cut for this and all of that. But if I weren't doing what I'm doing now, I'll be counseling because I just think it's a part of my frame. I'm not having to, find a better way to do it. It's not something that I have to long for. It's natural with me. So I realized that a lot of people out there in, true pain and not having comfort in situations. So I think if I'm not doing this, I will be counseling. That's the truth.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I could see that. You'd be great at that.
Thank
Um,
you.
what is the one business lesson that you wish you would have known prior to starting the career?
Interesting. And I'll say for me, it's finding it easy to ask for help.
Mhm.
So my personality wouldn't do that. But for the nonprofit organization, you realize that one help calls for the other. So the many people like me out there who would, be interested in just meeting someone's need, comforting people, and just be the reason why someone out there is smiling. So when I started, for me, it was all about let's see how far I can go with myself alone. Not considering that, for the fact that God gave you the privilege to start, I believe He has also stationed help for you everywhere. So it was difficult for me to start to ask for help because I didn't want them to think it was about me. It was more about the people. We were serving the needs of the people. So I'm just trying to understand that this is not about me. The office is, larger than myself. And so asking for help, I started to bring myself out to understand that someone out there is willing to, to help and to, you know, create a solution, proffer a solution, just as you are also, engaging in that hack. So it was something difficult for me to, ask. I would probably just not bother to ask. I would try all my best to do it in my frame. But at some point, that's, creates some level of stress, within you. So I realized I had to sit myself down. So Teni, this is not about you. This is about, the community. This is about evolvement. This is about social development. So I realized that asking for help was a part of the large package.
Right. And it's important. And that's a lesson that can take a lifetime to learn.
Yes.
It really is hard to ask for help. But when you realize that you need it, it does make a big difference for the community and everyone else that impacts.
Absolutely, absolutely. It was something I needed to learn. And till today, I'm still learning because I begin to imagine what the person would say. But since it's not about me, it's just about, humanitarian services, and everyone is willing to help. Sometimes all we just have to do is ask, which many of us haven't come to realize.
That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this was a lovely interview. Thank you so much for joining us.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you. We're so excited to get working with Women of Valor. Teni is a great person to know in the community if you're looking to get involved or dedicate some volunteer hours. Mm-hmm. She's got a great calendar coming up for 2021, and we can't wait to get her more involved in the chamber.
Yes, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for your involvement. And I see this, helping the community and helping to develop the right culture among us.
I love that. Well, thank you, Teni. It was lovely to see you today. And we'll talk soon.
All right, there. Thank you.
You.
Yeah.